So guys, back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga, this time with a reaction to the fourth, what am I on about? With a reaction to the 9th volume. Really looking forward to this. This has been one of my favourite volumes there. I've had a lot of really awesome moments. Last couple of chapters, the first chapter especially, wasn't so good. It was just mostly kind of about a battle between Guts and this assassin guy. I don't know, I can't remember his name, and I'm not really sure what his deal was as well, to be honest with you. He just kind of just wanted to face strong opponents, a little bit like Guts as well, and obviously took it upon himself to take on the Band of the Hawk. The second chapter we saw last video was actually really awesome, wasn't it? But there's been some really great ones throughout here. Again, especially the first four. Arms Tournament again was a hit or miss. Had some good moments, had some good action moments, but again, it was just those action moments, wasn't it? And setting up for this Fugitives chapter, which was again really fucking awesome. So today we've got the Fighter and Comrades in Arms, I believe. Have I set this out correctly then? Fighter? No, I haven't. So that means I'm going to have one chapter left over, which is a bit annoying. Might in the next video do Confession and then both the Wounds chapters in that case, but yeah, we'll be doing the Fighter and Comrades in Arms today, so I'm looking forward to this one. Let me know what you guys think about these couple chapters down in the comment section though. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions, and let's get right into it. We haven't seen anything from this chapter yet. Usually I spoil myself a little bit with the opening bit, but not today. What is going on with this ad? It literally only covers up this first page. Really annoying. Guts. Raiders Captain Guts? Captain Guts? Guts? Captain Guts? I'm going to be saying Guts a lot now, aren't I? Guts! He has returned. Corcus saying nothing, of course. Little smile on Pippin's face, love to see that. Well, a little anguished kind of smile. He is in the middle of the battle. But a smile nevertheless. I do find Pippin quite cute in that manner. He's a massive hulk of a man. But I do really enjoy him. And there's little moments of expression like this. They're few and far between, but they're always great, aren't they? There he is, standing by the fires. Let's go. Guts. Oh, this guy's still playing, is he? So that's it. You're that famous 100-man killer, the captain of the Band of the Hawk's Raiders. No wonder you were so tough. Go. Hey, no time for slouching. He and I have got a bit of business. Leave this to me and take care of your own job. Yeah, I didn't really recognise him from the opening page of this volume. It's quite crazy how much colours can do, to be honest. Oh, obviously it's the same guy, and he's wearing the same outfit and everything, but again, it's crazy how much those kind of greens and such changed my impression. I didn't actually realise they were one and the same guy on the initial kind of viewing of last chapter anyway. Just gonna turn my music up a little bit. I think I might turn it down. Yeah, I did. Dot. Yes, Casca, let's go. This too is divine grace. Here, I'll wash away the shame from the arms tournament. He's got more of these little circle things. I love that death last chapter with the guy getting cut in half. Almost looked like he got a CD thrown at him. I'm not sure where I've seen that before, but I'm pretty sure I've seen a similar death with like a CD or something. Not sure where though. Now I wonder if you can defeat these unfamiliar weapons, these chakram. Hopefully I said that right. So your next feat's ring tossing. You really do remind me of a street performer. But you stink as a swordsman. Chakram? Don't laugh. These aren't just throwing rings. Oh, no. Oh, no. Guts, those are... Once these fly off these fingers, they're going to take off your head and become angels' halos. Oh, I see what you've done there. Once they take off his head, they're going to be on top of his beheaded, decapitated head, looking like an angel. You know what? I'd like to see that. I'd like to see one of these on top of Guts' head, to be fair. I can't imagine Guts looking like an angel like that. It reminds me of a death in the recent horror movie Terrifier 2, if any of you guys have seen it. Decent movies. Well, I wouldn't say they're good movies, to be honest with you, the Terrifier movies, but they're kind of fan service movies for horror fans, and they've got some fucked up deaths in there. One of them, again, will remind me of, on the note of beheading, was there was this majorly messed up death with this female character who was a friend of one of the main characters, and then her mum found her, and she wasn't even dead. She was like skinned alive and all this stuff, and getting like cut up and eaten. It was majorly messed up. And then the guy killed her mother, and this was on Halloween, and then took her head and used it as a candy bag for the kids. So he put the candy in the top of her head where her brain was, and the kids thought nothing of it. They just thought it was a prop, and they're just eating out of well, she wasn't even dead. I'm pretty sure she might even still be alive. This lady's dead mother's head. Majorly messed up. Majorly messed up. In the first one, there was a scene where this girl literally got cut in half, and you could see everything from the vagina down. She was upside down, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, definitely check those out if you're a massive horror fan. If not, you probably will not enjoy them. The latest one was a bit more comedic, though, to be fair. Here come the rings. What are you up to? He's doing the old Roman Colosseum. Thumbs down, is he? Not sure where this guy's origin is. Forgive me, I'm a little bit bad when it comes to history and past events in people's country of origin, just from looking at them. Yeah, apologies. Asia somewhere. That's what I'm guessing. Watch out. Chakram can. Oh, Chakram can change direction on their own. How does that work then? Is it like a boomerang of sorts? But it's not like shaped in a shape that would change direction like that. Well, to be fair, what they called frisbees do, I guess, but it's not really shaped like a frisbee either. Maybe it's something to do with the technique of throwing it. Here they both come. Straight for the head. Oh shit. Good job, Guts. Just caught him with his hands and his... Oh, do you know what? That's a bit trippy to look at. Wow, fucking hell. I'm not going to look at this page too long. Bloody hell. Those rings are doing my eyes in. Ooh. Impossible. If you stare at those too long, that really trips you out. You mean you judge the paths of two chakram at the same time? Not at all. It's just like swatting flies, right? I might have been in trouble with 2 or 3 more of them. Let's see. Like this. Whoops. Very well. Then I shall add 2 or 3 more. I was going to say he's just gonna now do that, isn't he? Oh, I really like this guy's design. Although he's very skinny and not that intimidating on the body front, arms and that included. But I really like this design on his face and his head. It really is quite sinister, isn't it? Like a man that really is going all out to fucking kill you. And quite a vengeful man as well. It fits the kind of skinny nature, I think. Urumi! The name means thunder. As the name suggests, its power is like a thunderclap, and it's the mightiest within my arsenal. Drink of it deeply. What happened to What happened to more of the circle things? Oh, guess we're forgetting about that. You even talk like an entertainer. Where did he pull those from? What's with those weapons? Yeah, definitely an interesting set of weapons he's got, isn't it? And those crazy swords last time out. I think we've seen these whip things before, haven't we? In the anime. / movies. Again, can't quite remember which one it was. They just got his cape. Nicely dodged. Excellent reflexes. But how long can you keep running? Wonder Ruby consists of 5 blades that move like whips and cut like a weasel's slash. And I can manipulate each blade individually. How will you dodge blades from 10 directions at once? So they're all kind of bladed as well. We can't see the blades, but you've got to imagine they've got kind of sharp, almost like sandpaper bits on them, I guess. Oh, I used to fucking hate sandpaper. I really hate any kind of like chalk on a chalkboard. I really hate any kind of grating and consistency like that. It's always really kind of cringed me and made me feel horrible inside. Which is why I was never really good at what's it called? DT, it was what the name for it was. Design technology, that's one. That's why I really was never really good at that. I always hated the sensation, always gave me jizz. Especially the board, a horrible sounding, and it gets me going just thinking about it, to be honest with you. Luckily I haven't had to experience that stuff since I went to school. I'm not sure if I'm really weird like that, because I never noticed anyone else's reaction to it. I don't think it's a rational kind of thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it looks like Guts did got a few times. Luckily enough, they're not like the most what's it called? Most lethal weapon ever. These whips. Yes, they're dangerous, but dangerous in quantity, I think. Wait, Jidao. Never mind him. You take care of units 3 and 4. But hurry. He's fine. When he gets that look in his eyes, he doesn't need help. So she knows him that well now, does she? Well, I think in battle it's quite easy to read Guts, to be fair, isn't it? But I think that's just another tell that she really knows the guy now. Here I come. See, again, like scenes like this, I have seen it animated, and again, either the movie or the anime, but a recent adaptation of this would look like with a madhouse, for example, would look absolutely fucking amazing, wouldn't it? Animation wise, like a lot of these battle scenes would look absolutely awesome, especially because the characters and their weapons and in general they've just got so much style. It's a bit like Bleach in that way. Not quite as stylistic as Bleach. I think Bleach's style is the kind of main drawing point for me personally. With this, I think there's obviously quite a bit more than that. Obviously there is a Bleach as well, but the style isn't the main kind of selling point, but the style is very much cool as hell, isn't it? On almost every character, even the kind of Koboldwitzes of the story, they've even got quite a bit of style in their armor and such. It would be nice to see a really clean animation. Maybe the big studios don't pick up just because it'd be so tough to do that. Perhaps, who knows? It'd be hard to recreate the artwork. John, I'm going to say it's that. I'm going to say that they can't animate it. Not that they won't, they can't. Guts is dodging all these Gutch Guts is dodging all these whips. He really is sharp as a weasel scratch. I've never heard that expression. A weasel. I don't think I've ever seen a weasel in real life. Really? Do you think this has a sharp scratch? Look at this thing. Oh my god. See, I wouldn't think of sharp and weasel. Look at that. Look how cute this thing is. I have seen weasels before, actually, in real life. Not that type. I've seen like white ones like this, I think, and ferret. That's no, they're not weasels then. Ferrets. I've seen ferrets in real life and held ferrets in real life. And again, I wouldn't really. They look really similar. I wouldn't really again put sharpness and a weasel together, but yeah. Phew. What the hell was going on with this dude? Oh, he got wrapped up in Guts' place. What's going on? Ow! Ow! Oh shit! He's got his head ripped straight off. Fucking hell! Oh no, he didn't. I thought that was his neck. I was gonna say that's some fucking power right there to rip his head off with his armor on like that. Looks like he just got slashed all across his face. Fucking hell. Do you know what? He's probably still alive, but I bet that hurts like fucking hell. I would hope to be dead after that, to be honest with you. The pain you'd have on your face and the infections and such, again, especially in this time. Ugh. You'd hate to get injured in any capacity during these times, I think. I'm honestly surprised that there's anyone who can dodge the Irumi this long. But however much you run, you will end up like that man. It's a matter of time until your skin is sliced off like an apple peel. Ugh, disgusting. That reminds me of the Attack on Titan scene I just rewatched again yesterday with Eren degloving his hand in the when it was chained up in the paths. Oh, that was disgusting. That was disgusting. As much as I'm a big horror fan, I'm not the biggest fan of de-skinning people. There's a lot of that in Hellraiser. There's a lot of no skin in Hellraiser. Especially the first one. Proper disgusting. And again, in Terrifier 2, that was pretty much what happened with that girl. She pretty much got all her skin cut off and eaten. One piece by one piece while still being alive. Fucked up. What are you doing? Knowing you can't run, you're facing. Knowing you can't run, you're facing me. It's weird. It's weird that there's so many people like me that, I wouldn't say I really enjoy that type of stuff, but there is a certain watchability to it. But it's mad that stuff like that comes out of like a creator's mind as well, if you know what I'm saying. But they're the people that put that to the screen, and there's a big audience for it as well. I think that just shows how kind of society is. Everyone needs, like Japan, everyone needs a kind of crazy kind of outlet for their everyday lives, don't they? Just live in a mundane 9 till 5, for example. Everyone needs something kind of a little bit out there when you're tied down. What can you do in such a brief instant from that low stance? It's impossible to stop the Irumi with your sword. A swordsman as skilled as you should know that. Have you thrown the fight? Those aren't the eyes of a dead man. Sure aren't. Neither are yours. Neither are yours, my dude. I do quite respect this guy as a warrior, you know. He does pick some hard fights. He does just do it for the battle. I do respect this guy, to be fair. He hasn't done anything majorly horrible as a human. So be it. I accept this challenge of yours. Suffer the dance of 10 blades. Damn, that is a sick shot right there, isn't it? Jesus Christ, it's like a fucking like a tornado, my dude. That looks sick. I love the I love it when they do this as well. They fully black out the character like this and just focus on the action right here. That is insane, isn't it? Here they come. We're gonna get at least hit by a few of these, aren't we? Shh. Sure. What has he done here? What? Air pressure? Looks like he sliced the ground and then pulled his sword upwards to bring the air and the dirt and such up. And yeah, looks like that's how he offset this. Pretty smart from you, Guts. Pretty smart. Again, I'm not really 100% on the logistics of this. I'm not a scientist or anything, but it works. That's what I know. The air from his sword interrupted the spin of those blades. Not blades. Well, I guess they are blades, but the bladed kind of paper things. Gah! And he's back to these. Oh shit. Oh shit, they got cut right through. Quite funny considering that they usually cut someone else's sword, isn't it? And yep. Looks like my dude's head is cut right in half. Oh no. He survived. Lucky bastard. Like I said in Terrifier 1, it's almost a death like that where his head is cut in half there, the girl is upside down and she's cut from the vagina downwards right in half. It is absolutely brutal. And I'm pretty sure actually no, I won't say anymore, but there's even more to that scene as well. Even more ruthlessness afterwards. Switching weapons on the fly, not too shabby. So where do I go here? Master Silat, it's no use. We're being routed. Routed. I think it's routed. Filthy cur. Guts, was it? I'll remember your name. Sure, with his eyes like that, he almost seems like Egyptian. No, actually, yeah, he probably is Egyptian, isn't he? He looks at, yeah. I should really know, to be honest, if he is Egyptian, because I've watched a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! And this looks like the design of a fair few Egyptian Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I get a lot of my stuff from Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, Hallucigenia, which is like the Attack on Titan spine thing that attaches to the young girl. There's a lot of actual kind of interesting stuff within Yu-Gi-Oh!'s cards, you know. Yeah, I feel like this guy's probably Egyptian then. Like, what the hell is he doing on the way out here? Yeah, I probably could be wrong about that. He's got that kind of Eye of Horus thing going on, if you know what I'm saying, though. And again, from this shot here at the back, he very much looks like he's wearing Egyptian clothes. Man, this guy's lucky he didn't die. I think Guts hasn't killed him because he is actually, again, he is a warrior, isn't he? He's not done anything actually bad. He just wants a good fight. So fair enough to him. Might end up seeing him again. And maybe that's why Guts let him live as well. Maybe he wants him to get stronger and come back and try again. Who knows? We'll let him get away though, so. And next chapter, see everyone, see the return of Guts in a less chaotic manner. Comrades in arms. Yo. That's how we start things, eh? Yo, everyone running over. Guts! Ah, look how popular my man is. Look at all those smiles. Go, go. Hi, Rickert. Still alive, huh? Just about. You really wouldn't expect Rickert to survive very long with these people, would you? It is actually a bit of a miracle how long he has survived. Maybe that's why they killed him off in the anime. Well, they didn't. Again, they didn't exactly kill him off, but they sent him into the woods alone, and he never came back. Again, you really wouldn't expect a kid like this to survive very long. The boys. And there's Caucus. Captain Guts. Ah, the Raiders. You guys. Oh, these are his men, aren't they? I recognise this face right here. Obviously, I don't recognise the others, but I recognise this face. I've got to move to tears. We don't have time to stand around. The enemy will come back. We move while it's still dark. Unit 1, secure the camp's perimeter. Units 2 and 3, carry out the arms and provisions that weren't burned. Everyone else, gather up the horses that ran off. Hurry! Casca. We'll talk later. She's right. We need to hurry. Griffith was... It happened a year ago, the day after you left. I don't believe it. At Griffith would. Why? After you left, Griffith was really depressed. What I think is, it must have been over you, Guts. I think you'd be right there, little Rickert. Damn, look at that. Griffith was very much alone after Guts left, hey? He had that comrade, that person he might have seen on that equal level to him, just left. And again, he was by himself. Maybe he couldn't handle it. Maybe he couldn't handle it all now. He found someone else to help kind of shoulder some of his dream, as well as his old army, of course, but someone on his level to shoulder some of his dream and help him as well and stand by his side. And losing that, maybe he had a bit too much to handle, too much to control. That's probably it, isn't it? A bit too much. Well, Guts was underlined and such, but Guts also had like a will of his own and a mind of his own and such. He wouldn't do something crazy that Griffith asked for. To an extent, I mean, he would do a lot for Griffith, but he wouldn't do something totally horrible for Griffith. He definitely had his own kind of sense of mind like that. So I think that lack of control over Guts is maybe another factor as to why they're on such good terms. And losing that just meant he had kind of full control, but also, I mean, he was fully by himself as well, and no one to keep him in line as well. No one to tell him that stuff was stupid or ruthless or horrible. No one to shoulder that burden with. So yeah, as we see again, Griffith on his lonesome right here, and Guts' footprints walking away from him. I've got to think there. Well, they could be Griffith's footprints to walk into this spot right here, but I think it's quite obvious that these are Guts' footprints walking away from him right here, aren't they? Dot dot dot. And look at the light in Guts' eyes as well. One night and the glorious band of the Hawk. The mightiest military force in Midland became a wanted band of thieves It's enough to make me laugh. But hey, don't let it go to your head. The reason this happened to Griffith ain't because of you. No way. Not a chance. In 1 year, we've dropped to less than a fifth in number. Some fell to the enemy, some left on their own. We can't even be called an army anymore. But it still could have been worse. If Casca hadn't become our leader, by now a band of the Hawk without Griffith would have scattered to the winds. The band itself wouldn't exist. She did? Not just that. I think we would have been wiped out that day if Casca hadn't taken command. For sure. Damn, look at her. 2 arrows in her and still fucking... Oh no, for fuck's sake. I didn't get spoiled, luckily. Oh wow. Oh, we're quite a bit further down. She was amazing, without any weapons, surrounded by close to 10 times our number. She rallied everyone, on the verge of panic with arrows coming down like rain, and led the vanguard in breaking through one side of the net. She continued to command us, all to the end, not losing consciousness, even with 5 arrow wounds. Oh yeah, there's even more lower down. Fucking hell, I didn't spot that. Oh Jesus, isn't that like... I'm not sure that was a thing. I'm pretty sure that spot, like almost exactly right there, almost makes your leg unusable. If I remember correctly, there's a certain spot on the thigh, again around that area, where if you're hit by like an arrow or a gun, your legs just won't move anymore. I'm not sure I believe that one. She continued to... Yeah, done that one. So since then, Casca has been acting as our leader. Not one person opposed it. After that terrific deed. To be honest, I think it's a little unfair to her. But we've got no room for any other option. If the Hawks are to survive, well, it's not all grim news. We haven't only been running around. Today a report came from spies slipped into Wyndham that we've found Griffith's location. We're soon going to move forward on a plan we've been going over for the past year. We'll rescue Griffith. And everyone looks very happy about that. Everyone still here is worn out. We've been chased around so badly, we're all covered mind and body with wounds. But there's no one left who would try to leave. No one's been coerced into staying either. In the end, everyone here is for better or for worse, a Hawk to the core. Courage and willpower alone aren't about to cut it, especially not now. We don't just go to save Griffith. We can't get started again without him. Look at this motherfucker. It's a good thing. Huh? You know, when the place you come back to hasn't changed, it's a good thing. I mean, it has. It's changed quite a lot, guys. If you haven't noticed, they've lost 4/5 of their army, and Griffith isn't here. I think he's talking about the people though, isn't he? Rickard, Jadal, Pippin, Caucus, Casca. I think that's who he's really talking about there. On that note, what have you been doing this past year? And what happened to that scene that we saw in the anime with him going to that swordsmith guy who redone his sword? What happened with that? Is that just not a thing here? Or is that kind of later on or something? Again, my timeline of the version of things is a little bit skewed. Ah, yeah, right. Haven't rumours around the Hawk spread to other countries? How come you didn't come sooner? Ow! I'm sorry, Rickard. I really didn't know. Oh, that's Pippin saying that. Is it? Oh, it's Gut saying that. But how? Were you on a desert island or something? Well, we did hear about them eventually, didn't we? I went into the mountains and swung this sword. Mountain training? Practically was a deserted island. Wow, that's pretty old-fashioned. That's pretty Rocky Balboa-like, isn't it? Go to the mountains in Russia. Well, I guess it's your thing. You must be really crazed about it. It's just plain crazy. So, did you find it? You know. Honestly, I still don't know. But I found out one thing. No, I felt it. Damn. That's great, isn't it? Again, it makes the choice of like leaving out that scene in the woods and such, and him thinking about the band in that manner, just leaves out so much of Guts' character, if you know what I'm saying. Like, Guts is such a different character from any anime. That adaptation to the manga is crazy. I very much I like Guts in the anime and the movies, but I really like him in the manga. He really is much more characteristic, much more relatable. Just little things like that. No, I felt it. It's just cute as hell, isn't it? You wouldn't say cute and Guts in the same sense at all in the anime. Seems like, for me, nothing but wielding this really feels true. There are no other answers. It feels natural. Oh, I thought he was talking about the band. I thought he was talking about his memories with the band and losing out on that. Is he talking about a sword as well? I don't know. I still have a feeling he's talking about the connections he made and the friends he made here at the Band of the Hawk as well, you know. If you can say that with a straight face, then well done. Anyway, you're coming back. It's proof we still had some luck left. I hope you'll help us, Raiders Captain. You mean former Raiders Captain? Gorkas. That's quite funny, you know. I was going to say this earlier. My dog's name's Coco, so I've actually been found when he's been fucking acting up recently. I've been calling him Caucus, old Caucus, because if he gets that a bit moody or whatever, I'm sure dogs get moody. But if he starts barking, just call him little Caucus. I won't recognise it. I don't know if it was for some dream or what, but he left on his own. He wasn't here when things were at their worst for us. Think I can call someone like that a comrade? Well, even if I close my eyes to the past, right now as strangers go, you're the real deal. At least get that straight. Come on, Caucus. Yeah. I get it. Captain, how long are you going to talk about that stuff? Come over here and let's have a drink. Guys. Oh yeah, Gaston. What about your clothing shop in Wyndham? Yeah, about that. I ran out on it. You know, when I heard what happened to these guys, I couldn't just stay there. all it did was frustrate me. Ah, so he had the chance and opportunity to actually stay there. Interesting. Fair play. Came back just to get killed by 1,000 demons. 1,000 devils. Bit of a shame, honestly. Should have stayed there. Mr. Gaston. Same for you, right, Captain? Wait a minute. Before that? What? About Casca. Thanks to those wounds a year ago, she spent 3 days and 3 nights in a comatose state near death. Damn. During that time, she had nightmares and called out over and over to Griffith. That kind of sucks to hear. Guess that makes sense though. It's almost like the state she was in when she was cornered by that man that bought her and wanted to have sex with her in an injured state, wounded state, because she would call to the man that gave her another opportunity at life. Natural, isn't it? Like praying to a god. And to you. And to you. She's pushing herself harder than it looks. She's always been one with too much on her shoulders. Yeah, that's definitely true. Always got a lot to deal with, Casca. Always. But there's nothing we can do. You can. Yeah, we're going to end here, aren't we? Fuck's sake. Still nothing said between these guys, really. Come with me for a bit. Comrades in arms. End. Bit of a shame, honestly. Yeah, fuck it. We'll read another one. It doesn't really make sense to add the next chapter to the other 2 chapters as well, does it, to be fair? So yeah, we'll do 3 chapters in this episode today. Confession, and this is going to be a good one, isn't it? Build up quite nicely there. But Jadao doing his thing. Okay, really nice of him, considering we know that he likes Casca as well. Defend yourself. Eh? Hey, hold on. What's this about? We've hardly spoken in a year, and we're just gonna have at it. Well, this is like you, but you gotta be kidding. Here she comes. Oh, was that a tear? I think so. The timeout. Hold on. Hey, that strike. You really tried to kill me. She really is going for it. You can tell by her face. She's serious. This crazy bitch. Exactly what I'd be thinking. Don't mess around. Oi oi. Draw your sword. Tripped her up. What the hell's with you? Reckless as ever, I see. Tell me why. It's a little much for you to try and kill me when we haven't seen each other in a year. That's probably why. That's probably why, my dude. Why did you come back now? It's your fault. You destroyed all of it. It's your fault. Yeah, it is, I guess. He was the catalyst. It was not really his fault, it was Griffith's fault, but he was the catalyst in the change, wasn't he? Mine? Yes. Griffith. The Hawks. Everything. You messed it all up. How? Because you left us. Because you abandoned Griffith. Wait a minute. You can't be serious. This is Griffith. Griffith, because I left, there's no way things could go wrong just from that, right? It couldn't be. You really are a complete fool. I think he kind of lacks his kind of self value here as to why he's questioning this so much, isn't he, Guts? He saw Griffith as a comrade, but he never really saw himself with much value. both. Well, I think he did as a warrior, but he's never seen himself with much value as a human, has he? As an actual person, as a relationship. I think that's what this is about right here, isn't it? He really struggles to see that. Really struggles to see that a year apart from these people actually affects these people. Do you know what? I kind of struggle with that a little bit as well. That sometimes the value of yourself is low, just because I know there's like however many billion people out there. What's my life worth in comparison to someone else's? That's what I've always kind of thought, and related quite a bit to Lelouch's character in Code Geass. My life, in comparison to like a mother's or a father's or a young child's life, is not really worth much of anything. So I think I'd happily give up my life if it would be to save that family. It would be to save a family, but then saying that, I have got a family myself, so that situation would apply to me if I was someone else thinking about myself, if you know what I'm saying, as confused as that sounds. But I definitely understand where Griffith, where Guts sits right here, that's for sure. Yeah, he just kind of struggles to understand, doesn't he, Guts? He does actually mean something to these people. I thought I told you back then that someone who wants to accomplish something, and it's grand, endures, and if it's grand, endures that much more than other people do. Griffith had to make himself strong, but Griffith isn't a god. A person's heart can't be sustained by ideals and dreams alone. You made Griffith weak. Griffith's no good without you. You really said that out loud. I guess he did kind of make Griffith weak in a way, again, shouldering some of his burden with him and such, and being that person by his side, what Casca could never really be, or any of his other soldiers could ever be. Then taking that away, like I said earlier, leaving him isolated and having that whole white room to handle by himself. That whole amount of emptiness to handle by himself. At this point, he probably couldn't run without without Guts, sorry. Again, there's some really interesting points now. A lot more actually solidified as well, right here in the manga. These were just kind of more themes than anything in the anime. But again, with scenes like this that we actually miss out on, it's actually so much better. But look at her face when she says that as well. This happened last time. I got like 5 Attack on Titan OSTs in a row, and I've only got like 5 in my playlist. Not sure what's going on and why it does this. Maybe it's because I added them all at the same time, but I'm on random, so kind of crazy. Oh, well, let me skip it for some reason. Oh wow, she got him. As we go back to that scene there with Guts' footsteps. Yeah, I think that is definitely Guts' footsteps, but you see even better here that the footsteps are actually next to him rather than leading to him. And definitely not his. The footsteps were by his side. Walked away. That's crazy. You should have been able to dodge. Why? That's enough. Let's go. Bleeding. Then, what else should I have done? Idiot. Let go. I only did what Griffith would have done. If we don't stanch the bleeding, I just did my own thing. What else should I have done? Let go. Alright, I get it. Let go, you fool! She really doesn't want to hurt him here, does she? Much as she's attacking him and has cut him, she really wants the bleeding to stop right here, doesn't she? The pain to end. Again, stuff like this is like so much more profound right here. Just because again, we don't miss out little details that add up. I know. I know what you're saying is right, I really do. But I just can't take it anymore. Damn, look how fucking knackered she looks. Emotionally. I told you before, I want to be beside Griffith. I want to be his sword. Yeah, I remember. That wasn't true. That the me who wished to become that way was bluffing. I'm sure I genuinely meant it at first, but one day I realised Griffith's not a god. She said that earlier, which was quite surprising, wasn't it? And I am a woman. How easy would it be if I could just make my heart feel the way I want to? I'm not stupid. I realised if Griffith set his sights on the throne of the Midland, marrying Princess Charlotte would be the fastest shortcut. And knowing Griffith, I struggle to read those sometimes with it like cutting off like that. I figured he'd be sure to take it someday. Maybe even what's happening now. I thought I could bear even this. I wanted to believe. If I couldn't be near him as a woman, as his sword, it would be alright so long as I could become something indispensable to the realisation of his dream. I wanted to believe. But I finally understood clearly that day a year ago that there was no longer room next to Griffith the way there used to be. She's put that together as well. My dream had already ended. I can't do it anymore. Desperately trying to protect the band of the Hawk. It's like I was going to disappear if I didn't at least cling to some fruitless hope. But that's enough. I couldn't be a woman, or something invaluable, to keep on protecting the almost broken dream of someone who might not even be alive. I just can't. I'm so tired. You do the rest. Oh yeah, shit. What about this? And there was one more thing I realised that day. Though he destroyed everything, though he took it all from me, even though I hate him, even now. Oh shit, man. Wasn't just leaving Griffith's side back then, was he? Mr. Guts. Though I feel like I want to kill him. This is so cute. Guts brings her up. What the hell are you thinking? Look here, don't you ever go near a cliff again. It's twice now. I can't be dealing with Dragonoff 2 or 3 times. You fool. Ow. You're always getting hurt. Always. Because of me. You're always bleeding. You're such a fool. Fool. Hey, let's go. And that is how we're ending off. Lovely little kiss between the two. That is fucking awesome, isn't it, right there? That is fucking awesome right there. See the realization of Casca, and oh man, like everything has kind of come into fruition. There's no more kind of delusions or dreams of gods and such now, is there? Again, it's just what's happened and what's real, what's really happened, and the actual experiences between them right here. She was kind of caught up on that one experience with Griffith a long time ago. But that is just fucking sick, isn't it? This might be one of my favourite chapters in the whole manga so far, you know. Especially these last bit here with Guts and Casca. I knew it'd be brilliant, but wow. I feel like I went through that very fast as well. So apologies if I did, but wow. That was brilliant. Again, so much more impactful here as well. So much more impactful because again, you get these little scenes, and you get like, I'm pretty sure half of the dialogue in here wasn't actually in the anime, and if it was, half of it probably didn't even make sense. But wow, this was brilliant, wasn't it? Fucking hell. Yeah. Let me know what you guys thought about. Let's see what some other people thought. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I bother. The motherfucker talking about No Nut November. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, really fucking good few chapters today, weren't they? Especially these last two, especially this last one. This was one of my favourite chapters in the whole of Berserk so far. So romantic and cute, and like I said, it's actually quite strange to say that about this series coming from the anime. That would never have been something I said. But here you actually get this wholesomeness, this kind of realization of a character's love and what's important to them, and again, understanding all the events that's happened and understanding yourself through those events and those experiences that have happened as well. And you can really tell who you are and stop the facade of this being, or just trying to be as useful as you can to someone when there's no real place for you to be there. Again, it's just really profound and really fucking awesome, isn't it? The themes of Guts as well, his self-value and such, and what he means to other people. There's just so much more in these characters right here, isn't there? That's why I said during the anime that my favourite scene of Guts was the one chapter I read in the manga rather than anything I saw in the anime. Because goddamn, this was brilliant. I love these guys by themselves and together as it was, so even more so now. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about these chapters down in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these weekly reactions. Next time out, I'll be reacting to... oh goddamn! I'll be reacting to... I did remember this happening. I thought we'd see this in the chapter today, but it looks like next week. We'll be reacting to Wounds Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, so hopefully you can join me then. Little spoiler here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a good rest of your day, guys.